Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to be explaining to you why is it that some people want to be numb or want to keep being numb. I've seen forums where people say they want to fix their numbness, but there are also some outliers who are I think I prefer being numb than being anxious. I prefer being numb than feeling the pain. And the thing is, logically speaking, it's understandable to want to feel numb because for someone who's numb and for someone who's not numb, for someone who's numb, they might see this numbness as a way to avoid dealing with day-to-day pain. Let's say someone is in an abusive relationship and every day they're being called names, they're being mistreated. So they might see the numbness or not feeling or shutting down as a way of keeping themselves safe, which, logically speaking, yes, in a way it's keeping them safe. So they see it as something which is beneficial, right? And then now some people who are hypersensitive, like who are crying, who are feeling so much pain, they see someone who's describing them about numbness and they're like, yeah, this is much better because if I'm not able to feel these emotions and to feel this pain and to feel this heartbreak, it will mean that I'm in a better state. And they want that which the other is describing. So it's very, very logical and very, very understandable for someone to want numbness as a solution to their problems. Because when you're numb, you are in this state where you're not feeling as much pain or as much emotion from what's experiencing. Of course, you feel physical pain, but the emotional pain may not be as much because you're not feeling it on a deeper level. It's the pain is there, but on this upper level, you you've shut down. So it's like this. It's not really getting into you. And even the brain itself, the nervous system, goes into this shutdown mode to keep you safe from experiencing emotional pain. But that doesn't mean that you are safe. It simply means that it's bottling the pain. The pain is there. It's like compared to compartmentalizing the pains in another space, metaphorically speaking. But the pain is there, so it's understandable for someone to be numb. But do you know something which is better than wanting to be numb? Is being indifferent. So there's this aspect of being indifferent or being unbothered. So you can be unbothered by the emotional pain when you go into this state where you understand and you see that the actions of the other person doesn't have to affect you emotionally as much. That's a very, very different state. That's now a state of awareness. Because something about being numb is you are still carrying pain, and this pain will always manifest in dangerous ways like over drinking, gambling, staying in abusive relationship, even sometimes having some weird behaviors. So you might be numb, but it will still show up in your behaviors. Even sometimes having symptoms like weird symptoms like fibromyalgia sometimes, or even just some symptom which is weird. Even some autoimmune diseases actually may be a result of numbness. Because with numbness, you are still in pain, but the pain is pressed down. But with indifference, you are not in pain, and you feel pain, but it passes through. You feel, you cry, you process, and you move on. So instead of wanting that numbness because you feel that it's the best, like it's no, it's still not the answer, and the answer is allowing yourself to feel the pain, because by feeling the pain you are feeling it temporarily and it goes, but by being numb you are choosing the path of keeping the pain. So you are keeping the pain to protect you from pain, which is doesn't make sense at all. It's understandable to want to be numb, especially when you're in a horrible situation, but it is not the answer. The answer is looking for a safe space first physically, and also be willing to feel the pain so that you can process the pain and let it go. That's what indifference is about. I'll talk more about indifference in future, but the choice of numbness should not be your choice. It's tempting, but the choice should be working through the pain. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful evening.